And now let's have a look at day 2 of your visit to Barcelona. We're presenting here an organized approach for a comprehensive 3-day visit to this beautiful city, suggesting what you might do each hour of the day. Now, early birds might find that most of this city does not open until well after breakfast, except with one exception for the huge food market located along the Rambla called the Mercat de la Boqueria.
And as you can see, it's a very lively food market, open every day from early in the morning until into the evening. They've got fruits and vegetables, meats and fish, they've got truffles, they've got all kinds of gourmet delicacies here.
This busy food hall comes to life quite early, actually starting from 6 a.m. when the first workers are getting there and setting things up. And there's a few coffee counters even that are open at that early hour inside the hall and just outside around the corner as well too. So this is about the only place in town available for such an early caffeine fix, if you happen to wake up early and want to get a head start on the day. The Mercat de la Boqueria is fully up and running by 7 a.m. and stays open throughout the day, making this a great place to hang out for a while, watch the colorful action, get a coffee, and maybe pick up some snacks for your busy day ahead. There are several small food counters here that offer a chance for a quick meal, tasty food, and a chance to rub elbows with some talkative locals. Eating at a simple cafe like this, sitting on a stool, is a refreshing contrast to the long wait for table service that you get in a typical restaurant, because here everything happens immediately right in front of your eyes when you sit down on the stool, especially when it's not crowded. If it is crowded, well, you can expect that local customers might get a little bit of priority over the tourists, so just be patient and sit there with a happy attitude and they'll take care of you soon enough. Now, most of the market's products really are meant to be brought home and cooked. It's the local scene for the local housewives are out picking out their daily fresh produce, etc. So that's the main market. But the intrepid traveler can certainly find some great items that you can snack on during the day. There's lots of fruits and nuts and cheese and breads and sweet treats of all kinds. And this is so convenient, it'll cost a lot less and be more convenient than meals purchased in a restaurant, that's for sure. And there's a lot to be said for munching on simple foods that you pull out of your pocket while you're just walking along sightseeing. And so far there's no medical reports that say that eating while you walk is unhealthy. In fact, maybe it's a good thing because one, you're giving your body some fuel, and two, you're walking and working out and burning off some calories at the same time. So it's really kind of a nice combination, snacking while you walk. Of course, you're going to want to sit down and enjoy some great meals, but not necessarily every time you get hungry, especially if it's outside the normal meal hours when your appetite and slumping energy levels call for some attention. Well, this market is housed in an old-fashioned steel and glass structure that was first built in the mid-19th century with an elaborate steel facade that was put up in the modernista style about a century ago. The Mercat de la Boqueria resembles some of those other great food halls that were once found throughout Europe's major cities, nearly all of which have been torn down or converted into more modern shopping malls. In many ways, these food hall structures were the first truly modern buildings to incorporate the engineering technique of glass walls held together by steel frames, which has subsequently dominated urban architecture. So the continued existence of this particular structure is another fine example of the intact preservation of Barcelona's historic center. Its archaic glass and steel design looks like something out of an old movie, but this market continues to play a really important role in the modern daily lives of shoppers getting their daily fix of fresh, healthy foods. Most shops of the Gothic Quarter have old facades. They look very ancient from the outside, but when you walk inside them, they're very sleek and ultra-contemporary. very modern and up to date. Unlike this Mercat de la Boqueria, where it seems like you've stepped back into the 19th century. Now, even if you don't want any food, and even if you have no interest in architectural history, just simply walking through this market is an adventure for your senses, passing row after row of perfectly displayed fruits and vegetables arranged by workers who really care about the visual impact, the color, and aesthetics, while at the same time you are immersed in the bustling atmosphere of busy shoppers and merchants calling out their specials in booming Spanish tones to grab your attention. Odors fill the air with constantly changing palette as you walk from cheese to fish and onto the fruits and veggies. So you're getting sight, sound, color, motion, odor, and taste. This is an experience not to be missed. Well, you might do it early in the morning before breakfast and then head back to your hotel for your morning meal. In our case, we're staying at the Hotel Cologne, which is right on one of the main squares of town facing the cathedral. And they have a lovely breakfast buffet here at the hotel. Eggs and bacon and all kinds of fruits and cereals and juices and so on. And it's a nice chance for our group to get together at the beginning of the day and have a meal, swap stories. This is filmed during one of our regular trips with the Hawaii Geographic Society. Actually, our visit to Barcelona is part of a longer tour. We started in Barcelona and continued on through the Mediterranean, through the south of France, Carcassonne, Avignon, Aix, to the city of Nice, and then on to the Italian Mediterranean, to Cinque Terre and Portofino, and finally ending up in Rome. And of course later we'll bring you more episodes from this trip.